guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, or the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now today, it is, of course, Tuesday, the 27th of January, coming up to 8:45 a.m. in the morning. It is an early one. It's going to be a very hot day here in Melbourne, topping 45 degrees Celsius. It is hot. There's also some parts of the state that are going to be hitting 49 degrees, and I am not kidding. So stay cool, keep your animals nice and cool with the air conditioning on. I do have my espresso. Going to get straight into the video, guys, so make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course, if you haven't signed up to my crypto exchange Earn Curve, go do that. And of course, be careful with crypto investing. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, all right? Because, you know, we don't like to lose, but you can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in, of course, crypto and any other investment. And of course, everything in this video is not financial advice. Please do your own research and due diligence. It is for entertainment purposes only. Right, formalities are out of the way. Straight to the post tab. And it is Axie Infinity. That is a top gainer in my portfolio today. Rose, Reserve Rights, and Illuvium, which is a pretty cool game on the blockchain. This is absolutely wild. I've been watching silver go parabolic over the last, few months. And this was an interesting analysis. But the 1980 silver high of $50 adjusted for real inflation using shadow stats today is $1,639. That is mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. Let me know if you have invested into silver or gold or any of those, of course, commodities. I'm really curious about that. There's a lot going on in the world at the moment, and everybody is, of course, seeking safety with their investments, that is for sure. ETF bars, this is the other day. If you come over to here as well, let me just zoom in. You can see, of course, the ticker symbols: Canary, Bitwise, Grayscale, Franklin, 21 shares, Rex, Osprey. An income one is an interesting one. Amplify, XRP, 3% monthly premium. It's going to be very interesting to see what these leveraged ETFs pay out eventually when the United States allows it. And of course, you've got Tusharim, XRP ETF as well, XRPI, 2X XRP ETF. You've got ProShares and T-Rex, which is an interesting one, a daily target, 2X long. So again, there's a lot of ETFs that are still waiting for approval, I should say. Let me have a sip of the coffee because it's still early. Now, coming over to CoinMarketCap, we do have a total crypto market cap of $2.97 trillion. So we're well and truly a while off now from that $4 trillion high last year. I'm not worried though. We've got Fear and Greed Index sitting at 29. We've got negative $145 million coming out of the crypto ETFs last night. So there hasn't been a lot of inflows into the ETFs. Bitcoin dominant sitting at 59 and Ethereum is sitting at 11%. I did share my full watch list in the Wall Street Bull University, the Patreon. So go down and join up to that. There is a free version, of course, a paid version if you want to support the channel and myself. So thank you very much to all of you for doing that. Bitcoin sitting at $87,995 at the time of recording. Ethereum's at $2,929. XRP is $1.89. Solana sitting at $124. Dogecoin at 12 cents. Cardano's at 35 cents. Chainlink's $11.99. XLM is at 20 cents. Sui's at $1.45. Litecoin $69. Hedera's at 10 cents. And Shiba Inu, I'm still holding on to that, guys. Polkadot's $1.88. Near Protocol $1.47. ICP $3.36. Quant is at $74. VeChain still at 1 cent, doing nothing for 4 years. VeChain, I should say, is at 1 cent, doing nothing for 4 years. XDC at 3 cents and Immutable X at 24 cents. Axie Infinity is up 19%. I remember when Axie Infinity was sitting around about 60 Australian dollars at the time. This would have been 2020 or 2021. And again, we literally could stake this and earn 45 or 42% APY or annual percentage yield, which was actually incredible because you could earn a significant amount of income from Axie Infinity staking it. I think at the time CoinSpot was allowing it, but the Australian regulator doesn't like people making money, put it that way. And again, top gainers, I've gone through those. Also, Luna's up. Lunk, is anyone still holding Lunk or Luna Classic? Gas is up, and Solana. Really nice to see that. Now, coming over here, ladies and gents, I'm just going to bring up the news right here. And of course, we've got EarnCurve, my spot crypto exchange. If you haven't joined that, go do that. EarnCurveInvest.com. Register KYC, and I will apply a 10% discount to your trading account. Of course, join the mailing list. And of course, the full video on how to set everything up is here on the website, EarnCurveInvest.com. Links are below. This is how you set up your spot grid trading bots and of course your DCA bots and multiple strategies. Now, I just want to make things clear. This is no leverage, so you don't have to worry about being liquidated out of your positions. This is what's very important. There is so much volatility in the crypto market. I would not recommend, of course, trading with leverage. All right, it's dangerous. Don't do it. Now, of course, let me just bring up the exchange right here. As you can see, you can bookmark this on your iOS device or your Android device. It's up to you. And it makes life a lot easier. So if you come over here, you can see my positions opened up as an example on Bitcoin. Now, this is the spot market. I do have, of course, coming over the top. This is a long grid, a long-term Bitcoin investing strategy. You can change the strategy. As you can see right here on the 26th, I can't zoom in, but there's been a few buy orders placed and a sell order as well, which is really nice. That was yesterday, of course. And these are all the limit orders in the exchange. And you can see the sell order of 112,000 US dollars. So it will self-adjust the grid strategy for you, so you don't have to do anything. And of course, I do have my grid bot set up on XRP, which is a given. XRP has been my favorite cryptocurrency since I started pretty much, because I've read all of the white paper and it's just an incredible project. Anyway, as you can see right here, there has been one buy order placed on XRP. On the 20th, there was a few buy and sell orders, which is pretty straightforward. The limit orders have been placed on the exchange, so when it hits those prices, of course, it will buy or sell. Of course, Octobot is here, guys. You can see the app. There is a mobile application. That is also linked below, which is connected with the API key on EarnCurve. I do have a bot trading PaxG because, again, gold's going absolutely nuts at the moment. And I did set one up that is in green slightly. Bitcoin long-term grid, as you can see, is up 4.83%, which is nice. And of course, my Stellar bot's down 7.2%. I'm just leaving them. And of course, my Ethereum one is up 1.03. Solana and XRP are down also because the entire crypto market is down. You have to understand that we're nowhere near that $4 trillion high, but I'm not getting liquidated because it's got the spot market. This is why I love trading the spot market. It's pretty cool. Yes, you don't see those massive gains you do with leverage positions, but this is a long-term strategy. Set and forget, let them trade for you. That's the whole purpose of this. So all of that is linked below. Now, coming back to, of course, let's have a look at crypto bubbles. The biggest gainer of the week is River, up 167. Kaya, I can't even pronounce that properly. It's at 36%. Some pretty interesting cryptocurrencies. And of course, PaxG is one I've got a grid strategy set up. It's up 82.5% this year, which is unbelievable. Let's have a look on the day. And again, Hype is up 13%. Pump is up 14.2%. WorldCoin 4.8%. Pingu 5.9%. Zcash, does anyone hold this? Let me know in the comments. It's up 722% this year, which is just ridiculous. If I come to the year, that is one of the biggest gainers right there. Of course, Monero, Coca, 672%. That is ridiculous. Dash is at 7.9%. So again, PaxG, you can trade on EarnCurve. Just set up your grid strategy, which is what I've done. Now, let's get on to this. Yes, Money Never Sleeps, my dividend investing book. Make sure you go get a copy of this. You will get, of course, a discount if you use the code BF50. It is 50% off. I want people to get financially literate in dividend investing and stocks. Really, really cool, especially during this time when the dollar is devaluing and going down. It's really good. So go get the book, The Wall Street Bull Official. Link is below. Now, coming over this, of course, the news. And gold and silver are soaring right here, which is just ridiculous. It's mind-blowing. And both precious metals hit new all-time high as the investors pile into, of course, safe havens because of what's going on in the world at the moment. Wall Street stocks have risen at the start of the week. Big tech earnings right here. Closing watch the US Federal Reserve policy decision. No change in interest rates is expected. Dow Jones, of course, is up more than 200 points, or 0.45%. S&P 500 gained 27 points, up 0.4%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq climbed more than 50 points, or 0.2%. Gold and silver hit new record highs, with gold rising above 5,100 US dollars, which is around about 7,300 Australian per troy ounce, boosting US listed shares of gold miners such as Gold Fields and Harmony Gold and Newmont. It's just crazy what's going on at the moment with gold and silver. So a lot of people are panicking. Potential US government shutdown, I don't know. All this stuff going on with the United States, Europe, Greenland, tariffs. It's just chaos, but you have to see the opportunity through all of this. And I know it's very difficult, but guys, make sure you get a copy of Money Never Sleeps, because there's also an opportunity there. Whilst the US dollar is going down, for us Aussies, it makes things a lot cheaper, right? Now, anyway, we have, of course, Peter Schiff basically issues a de-dollarization warning as metal surge and BRICS advances. Fears of the de-dollarization are growing. Peter Schiff has issued a stark warning that the US dollar is getting crushed. However, some analysts noted that the metals rally may face a short-term pullback, which does happen. I know silver pulled back from 117 US dollars per troy ounce last night. Economist Peter Schiff has warned weakening US economy as gold and silver prices surged to record highs over the weekend, intensifying debate on whether confidence in the US dollar is beginning to erode. While most economists maintain that the dollar remains deeply entrenched at the center of the global trade, the growing influence of BRICS bloc and rising demand of precious metals are fueling renewed concerns of the de-dollarization. Of course, that means the US dollar is losing its value. Makes things cheaper. Unbelievable. Now, Van Eck have added to their crypto lineup as well with a spot AVAX or Avalanche product, which is interesting. And global asset manager Van Eck has launched this US listed exchange traded product offering exposure to AVAX native token, marking its first spot AVAX ETF to trade in the United States. According to Monday's announcement, the product is not registered under the Investments Company Act of 1940, though it may be subject to other US securities laws. Of course it is. The fund will trade under the ticker symbol VAVX, tracking the price of Avalanche's AVAX token and potentially generating returns through staking, which is really nice. I would love to see this happen as well, because the staking would be basically passive income, which is sort of what I'm trying to do with Earn Curve, guys. Just stick with me on this. We're doing a lot of testing on the potential, new trading bot, which I'm working on at the moment. Stick with me on that. We have Japan to approve its first crypto ETFs in 2028, which is unbelievably long time away, guys, really. And again, it's expected to, of course, greenlight crypto ETFs as early as 2028. Nikkei Asia reported. Why so long? Hong Kong has already launched its crypto ETFs in 2024, while nearby South Korea is working to establish a framework for such ETFs as early as this quarter. 2028 Japan, very, very slow. Gold, again, is going crazy. Tether reports gold-backed token is growing faster than USDT, which is just wild to think about that. And I know that Tether just bought tons of gold also. XRP, again, will be worth this much in 5 years. Let's just go straight to the point. I'm really curious about this to see how much it actually says it will be worth. Let me just scroll back down here. Where are we, guys? In summary, in 5 years now, I think XRP could be trading as much as 90% lower than its recent high. See this news article right here? Don't listen to this. It's ridiculous, because XRP is definitely going to be trading a lot higher than what it is once everything settles in the world. Pretty much, it's just wild. Coming over to the XRP Insights, which is an interesting website, $22.23 million in inflows, which again is interesting. They've put ads on their website. I don't like that. Canary's still leading the pack at 182 million XRP locked in the vaults. Bitwise 157, Franklin Templeton 142, 21 shares 118, and Grayscale sitting at 112. Very interesting. Nvidia as well. Does anyone invest in that? Let me know in the comments. but they put $2 million into CoreWeave for data centers, and CRM stock rallies 15% because of this. They have bought $2 billion and buying shares at $87.20 each. The funds will help CoreWeave build 5 gigawatts of AI data centers by 2030. That is huge. And CoreWeave has signed a $42.9 billion contracts with Meta, OpenAI, and NVIDIA. So, of course, keep an eye on that as well. I might have to consider looking at that. And the US crypto market structure talks resume as Senate mark up the SEC and CFTC event coverage. US lawmakers and regulators are set to resume discussions around the crypto market structure this week after severe winter weather disrupted federal schedules, which is crazy. Hope everyone's all right over there. And with both Congress and regulators now pointing Thursday, the 29th of January, which is a couple of days away, for closely watched developments. So let's see what happens with that. Coming over to X, and then we'll end up on here, guys. Thank you to those 9,121 people that follow me on X. Here is the multi-bots video as well on how to set up everything on EarnCurve and Octobot. Pretty cool stuff. Go watch that. Let's have a quick listen to this, guys, because, again, I like to replay this. I know it's old, a couple of weeks, actually, but it's pretty bullish. Listen to this.
Currency by market value. And even with the broader crypto complex pulling back today, XRP has been the quiet outperformer for months now. The use case here is payments, specifically cross-border settlement. Ripple designed XRP as a bridge asset. When a bank or payments provider needs to move value from dollars to yen, XRP can sit in the middle and help settle that transfer in seconds instead of days. Now, it's aimed at financial institutions and payment rails, which is a very different pitch from Bitcoin's digital gold narrative. And unlike stable coins, which are basically tokenized dollars, XRP is trying to be the exchange layer that moves value between currencies. So money's moving into XRP for 3 big reasons. First, the regulatory overhang has finally cleared. Ripple has fully wrapped up its SEC fight as of August. Second, it's a less crowded trade than Bitcoin or Ether. And third, the flows have held up. Even during the Q4 dip, investors kept adding to XRP-focused funds, while Bitcoin ETF flows fell with the price.
There you go. All right, pretty bullish stuff right there. And we're moving on. Gold hits the most overbought level in history after registering 95 on the RSI. I love an RSI indicator, but that is just crazy. There's a 30 and 70 level. Of course, 70 is well and truly overbought, and 30 is oversold. So again, it is just pumping right now. It's definitely due for a pullback. The Kabasi letter right here. It's official. Silver prices are now up 13% on the day and set to post the largest daily gain since 2008. This comes as the commodity had already risen 255% in 12 months. That is crazy. We've gone through the CFTC. Throwback 2012, Coinbase gave you 0.1 Bitcoin worth $1.23. Then it is now worth $8,737, which is just mind-blowing. Tether bought 27 tons of gold in Q4 of 2025. So they're building up their reserves. And of course, bringing its gold holdings to about $4.4 billion. Everybody's buying gold, ladies and gents. You don't have to hold the physical stuff. You can buy the ETFs, or you can buy, whatever you like. So have a look at it. Consider it. Maybe it's time to jump on the gold bandwagon. I don't know if it's too late, but there's a lot going on in the world at the moment, that's for sure. And the US dollar, thank you Coin Bureau for this, but the US dollar is having its biggest drop in history. The US dollar index, or DXY, is down 15.6% from its 2022 peak, falling to 96.8 today. The last time the dollar fell this much was in 2017. What do you think about that? That is crazy. We're rescheduling the upcoming CFTC and SEC Gov harmonization event due to inclement weather. Have a listen to Tucker Carlson.
Clearly there needs to be a new global reserve currency. You don't want it to be one owned by a geopolitical rival. So why wouldn't Bitcoin be the new global reserve currency?
100%. There you go, guys. And of course, everything's to do with silver. It's just going mental at the moment. And Paul Barron, legend, XRP Ledger, just smashed a massive milestone, $1 billion in on-chain tokenized assets. Flip from crypto casino to the world's financial infrastructure, 100%. You've also got BlackRock files for a new iShares Bitcoin Premium Income ETF. They're embracing Bitcoin like crazy, which is bullish. I'm really curious to see what this is going to generate. All these income ETFs is going to be very fascinating for the crypto space. But anyway, that is it for today, guys. Make sure you join EarnCurve. Go do that. Sign up, register KYC, and I will apply a 10% discount to your trading. Pretty straightforward. I am working on, of course, a new product with Octobot. Whether or not it happens, I'll let everyone know, but we're hopefully getting into the testing phase because, again, I really have envisaged this to be something unique for the crypto space, which has been missing for a very, very long time. And again, it's really cool separating your trading, of course, with your profits. Okay, just keep it like that. Anyway, take care of yourselves, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Peace out.